What is up, everybody? I'm back, and we got some progress updates, and also little install video. Not sponsored. I just paid for it. Anyway, I know I've been gone for a while, which is I have, but I haven't. What I'm looking at right now, you will see probably next week from whenever you see this. I have been working. I just didn't really think that anybody would want to watch me spend 10 or 12 hours scrubbing grease and dirt off of this motor. But in saying that, we finally have a motor that's almost ready to go in the old truck. And here she is. Let me see if I can get a better angle for you. This is our all aluminum 5.3 truck motor. And as you can see, we got our intake on it. There's still some dirt, but I did as much cleaning as I could possibly handle doing before I got tired of it. So pretty clean. You can actually tell it's aluminum block now. Fun story, when I bought this, if you haven't seen that video, it was literally so dirty I didn't know it was an aluminum block motor. So that's fun. But we're down to, I got to put accessories on it, which is kind of what we're getting to in this video, and motor mounts, and then it's almost ready to go in the truck at that point, other than just I mean, once we get in, we're gonna have a bunch of little stuff to figure out, but I've tried to plan ahead on what I could, but you don't know what you don't know, right? This is your run-of-the-mill budget Amazon accessory mount. This is an alternator that it turns out won't work because this motor is a 2007, and they went to a different style alternator, only has a 2-prong plug. That's wrong. But this is what came on the motor. It cleaned up okay, so we're gonna use it. But what I figured out is, reading reviews on those brackets, everyone complained about there not being instructions, which is true. You get one cruddy picture, and on the ad, or what do you call an Amazon listing? A listing, I guess. Anyway, and there's just no information on how to put it together. It is not that hard to figure out, but I figured, since I've figured it out, I'll show it to you guys, and then yeah, that'll be the last thing we gotta do before we get ready to set this thing. Well, that's not true. That'll be the last thing on the motor we gotta do before we get it ready to set in the truck. I keep looking stage left over here because the truck is sitting there looking at me, and it's probably irritated that I've taken this long to get anything done on it. But I'll get you guys set up, and we're gonna install that. I'll show you kind of the order of operations, if you will. Okay, hopefully you guys can see pretty good. First thing I will show you is, we got all this, oh gosh, I don't know why I held them that way, because I'm an idiot. Anyway, you got all this hardware, right? There's 2 different size bushings there and 2 different size bolts that make up these 3 in my left hand. Those are all, they go through the bracket and into your power steering pump. So that's what all those are for. These hold on. Can I do it? These all go into the block and or cylinder head, including this one. I will show you as I put them in which ones go where. It's pretty simple to figure out. The first thing you want to start with is your smaller bracket, and it'll be this bolt and the shortest bolt and bushing that doesn't go into the power steering pump. Put your bolt in. This will go on here just like this. So put your bolt in, put your bushing behind it, and it goes in this very top hole here. That hole on my motor was not used on the stock accessories, so it was full of garbage. Kind of still is, so you may have to clean that out. I'm not going to say that this is the best order of operations, but it does seem to work. At least I think it's going to work. I shouldn't sound so confident, I guess. Your next bolt will be the one that has two bushings. The bushings can be a little weird to figure out, but you have this bushing is the same that goes on this bolt. This one is the same width as your alternator. So the mounting locations on the alternator are the same width as this, and that's what that spacer is actually for. So that bolt, I got my bracket backwards, should go here, so you can kind of see which one that is. And then your larger bushing will go there. That will go through this hole of this bracket. Then your bushing behind there. I will show all this from the side profile after I get it loosely fit up here, so you can see it a little better that way. Put that there. Now, get your two long bolts with your long bushings. You have one that goes here, and it goes into the cylinder head. Just like that. I'm gonna get a electric ratchet and snug this up. Your bottom one, hopefully you guys can see down there. This recessed hole down here will take your other long bolt and long bushing spacer, I guess would be a better word for those maybe. They're not really a bushing, just spacers. That's kind of your main bracket. Where are my tools? I should have been more prepared. I believe these are 13s. So 13 millimeter. That one's not a 13. One really bummer thing about this kit is there's like 3 different size bolts. So that makes it really fun. Okay. This one back here is so the reason I put that short bolt in first, let's show you guys a little side profile here. Can you see? Kind of. This short bolt, you have no access to it from here. So you actually do have to put it in before this outer bracket is at least tight. You can do it after it's loose, but it's easier to just do it first. And let me grab a wrench. I really need ratcheting wrenches, a metric set. I have a standard set, but No one cares about standard set when you're working on LSs. Okay, that's tight. Let's see what we do next here. Hello. So on your power steering pump, this boss here is higher than these two here. So that's why there's two different size spacers here. So you just have to take your shortest bolt and shortest spacer and make sure it goes to the correct location. So it'll go here. And then your other two are the same size. And they have a shoulder on them, so it's kind of easy to tell them apart from the shorter one. Oh yeah. Again, cheap Chinese kit. There's this random, some of it's 13 millimeters, some of it's 14. I don't know why, but somebody thought it was a good idea, I guess. That is your power steering pump installed. Easy peasy, as they say. Somebody says, I guess. Okay, you'll notice there's a threaded hole here. That is for your idler pulley. There's also this little aluminum donut washer deal that goes on the back of your idler pulley, and then that just bolts in there. Again, another different size. You will need a 13, a 14, and a 15 millimeter to assemble this. That bearing sounds terrible, so that'll be a later problem. But that is your idler pulley. Oh, that is your idler pulley. So your alternator, if you have one that will work, which will be pre-2007, so I don't know, just early 2000s Chevy truck alternator would be what you need. This one does not fit, but it should go, this bolt should go in this hole. It does not, because I don't know, this just doesn't work. So I got to get the right one. I don't have it. Those bolts just have nuts that go with them. They go on the back. We're going to hang that on there just for the effect. And that's basically it. That is what your complete accessory bracket should look like. With the exception of, hang on, I just got to hammer this pulley back on. My power steering pump is not threaded for the install tool like I would think it would be. But anyway, that's just got to go on there. Stay. And that's it. As you can tell, that bracket is super easy to put together. Like I said, for me, the alternator thing was unfortunate surprise that I had when I was trying to figure it out the other night. Not a lot to it. You definitely can figure out, but like I said, almost every review on it was a complaint about the lack of instructions. So I figured, why not figure it out for myself and then make a video, just in case anybody else is curious. Yeah, that's kind of, I gotta work on the motor mount situation. I've got some cheap Amazon deals for that. Also, is that this box? I do believe it is. Let's see. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to work on this tonight, but I've got just these cheap Amazon deals. All I'm gonna do, I'm gonna measure off the bell housing mounting surface to the edge of the motor mounts on the motor out of the truck, and then I'm just gonna do my best to line this up the exact same. I do want to move, I wish I could move the motor back in the truck. There's a whole thing with these trucks about different motor mounts and where it puts the motor and whatever, but I don't want to shorten the drive shaft, so we're not going to do that right now. That'll be a later issue. But other than motor mounts, this thing's ready to go in. So I'm pretty pumped. I'm hoping in your guys' time it'll be 2 or 3 weeks from now. But for me, I'm hoping to put the motor in about 4 days. So hopefully that works out, and then we can start figuring out all the little stuff that just takes a bunch of time when you're doing something like this, which there's going to be a bunch of it. And that's one thing you can't get discouraged on when you get there, because there's always problems. You just got to figure them out. Anyway, if you watched this video, thank you. I try to keep it short and sweet, and hopefully you learned something, or maybe you got a little bit of a, I don't know. I didn't do much entertaining because I didn't feel like it. But I'll see you next time. I don't know what to do with my hands.